describe yourself as someone that solves complex problems. Coming into the NBL, it's not there's not complex problems there, say, but you're still trying to maintain that growth trajectory. What have been some of the things that you've had to tackle to sort of keep the NBL on an upward path?
There's a couple of things. You're absolutely right. I think Larry, Jeremy, Vince and the team, they've done a phenomenal job. So it certainly wasn't a turnaround brief. But there was really three things that were my big priorities. Firstly was this idea of unifying sport. As I said, we're very fragmented as a sport. So one of the most biggest priorities for me is how do we get sport working together? So spent a lot of time with Matt Scriven and the Basketball Australia team, a lot of time with the States, a lot of time with the NBA, and that really came to in the Hoops Fest concept that we're able to announce where the whole sport comes together. So you've got WNBL plus NBL. So you've got the elite, you've got community as well with 48 teams playing the under-18 Australian Championships. You've also got the off-court culture piece with Sneakerland, and that's a unique part of our sport. But the NBA component will also be a part of Hoops Fest. So it was a big priority. How do you get the whole sport to work together? And that extended it into the clubs as well. And so a lot bigger connection in with the clubs to be able to make sure that the sum of the parts is better than everyone individually. The second big priority was to continue the growth journey. Again, when you're coming off 30% and 20% growth, it's really hard because you've got to anniversary that growth. And again, we're not really a business that just wants to stay flatline, and I'm not a leader who gets excited about flatlining the business. So, very aggressive goals. How do we take our broadcast audience and grow it by 30%? How do you grow your social media? How do you grow attendance? And I was really proud of the fact that we had 26% growth in our broadcast coming off the back of a number of years of 20 and 30% growth. We had a 50% growth in our social media. We had 40 sellouts, a staggering number of those, the highest attendance we've had in history on a per game basis, and the second highest on total. First time in 20 years, in 25 years to be able to get over 1 million people through the gate. So that was the biggest focus from the business side, is how do you get growth on top of growth, and again, fantastic there. And then the third part is how do you set the table for future growth opportunities? And so looking at those new products, I mentioned Hoops Fest, WNBL, has been something that's been a big priority. And so I was pleased to be able to play a leadership role in getting that WNBL deal done, working closely with an incredible leader like Robin Denholm and Basketball Australia with John Matt. Have a look at new growth opportunities like Harlem Globetrotters that we've just finished, well over 100,000 people going to those games. So it's thinking about those new product opportunities, and that was really the third biggest priority.